Hey, what's going on, everyone? CSGO here, back with another Blue Apache World Chapter video. It's the 4th update in May, and we just got a player and a card over here. And this is all we have over here. The both technical and intelligence, so that's the only thing that changed for this week. And possibly we could get something next week just because of this little thing is on the right over here. So to finally reveal what the asset reinvestment thing will be like. Basically, you just get tickets, exchange tickets for everything that's new from January of 2026. I don't know how much levels you got. And the newer you have, which like these are the newest things, you get more tickets. And the ones that are older, such as the first 4-star being Sayatoshi, or the 3-star Shido, or the those second anniversary SSRs. Like, those don't give as much. And only UR seem to give out gold tickets, and say they 4-stars give out these gold tickets. You could look in game for all that, but so far they haven't revealed on anything specific on the exchanges, so we don't really know. But you could probably assume, since the players, the newest stuff and cards give out more tickets, that probably the newest stuff in the Japanese version probably will cost more tickets. That's probably what I would assume. So yeah, there's that. And again, something cooking for next week, just because it's a little detail on the pink exchange over here, where like, it shows 6 days or 7 days left on these things. Possibly. I mean, and also in these tickets, we'll skip over a little bit to the end, a little bit. But these tickets directly mention the name, the missions. They mention the name of Seishiro and Toshi, and this UR. We're in the middle of a siblings fight. It directly mentions these two names, so those things are probably gonna come eventually, right? The tickets also have a date saying June 6th, or was it 14 days when this first got released, and that ends around June 6th. So maybe you can expect the synchronization to take place around there, June 6th of the next month, right? So let's just move on. We got Tentacle. Again, the only thing here is the new player Reo. And in this card over here, Tentacle is pretty dang stacked, having 3 URs, right? Probably it's definitely one of the game service type of Kira and Nagi. I kept seeing again. They're really close, so you can mix match. It's just that Kira over here is limited. He's a little older now, so like it's not as likely to happen, right? And Nagi is around there, and he has his buffs thing similar to his Bachira, right? He's giving out a bunch of stats, so he's still solid for that. So yep, there is Tentacle right there. Kick has not changed, so Kick is still the same. I guess going back to Tentacle, you really want to borrow Braille if you're not using him, because he just has the most special electric bonus. He has the most training boost for the Tentacle stats, so like borrowing him just give you 9-day difference. So yeah, getting back over here, nothing crazy. Speed, again, speed hasn't changed from last week either. Just borrowing Sayatoshi over here, just gonna be 9-day difference with his special lecture bonus and his training boost for speed. Again, physical hasn't changed in quite a while, it's still the same over here. So yeah, there's that. And then we have intelligence. I still recommend borrowing Chigiri, just because Chigiri has more bonuses for the challenges specifically. But yeah, Reo and Sai both still good. Obviously, we have the UR right there that also will have a big impact. You have all maxed out and everything. And sadly over here, Karasi gets moved down. He's one newer 3-star, then he got moved down. And that's the same thing with Reo, right? Reo just gets replaced by himself right there. And then the team, again, is still the same team. You just slot in Reo over here. And yeah, this is one of the strongest teams that you have available. They're the strongest of each of the respective types when all maxed out. It's the strongest speed character, the strongest technical character, and the strongest intelligence character. So, but this team is still pretty solid. Chikiri's speed is not as good as even Rin's or Sai's speed, so that's a little hurts a little bit. Bachira, he's still pretty close. He's still around there. And same thing with Isagi, he's pretty close. And then Nagi, he is the strongest 4-star for Kick. So that's the one advantage this team's gonna have. And I think same thing with Reo. Reo is also slightly strong for physical. So that's going to be one advantage this team has over the other. And then here's just some older teams that you still want to use. And again, let's talk about these releases. So we just had these 2 releases. Yeah, I guess I should mention this UR is not limited. I know it looks similar in art-wise to this UR, but this one again it is not limited. So you don't have to go rushing for it. And then I wouldn't go rushing for this limited either. But especially because the synchronization comes soon. I know they give out a bunch of tickets. It's just the limited stuff all gets on tickets, special tickets. So they are for limited exchanges, and this thing being the most recent and limited option gives out the most amount of tickets. Which you can assume those limited tickets allow you to exchange for stuff like this, right? Like this Matoma UR, which is not going to be good by the time the synchronization happens. These 2, I think, is also not going to be as good when the synchronization happens. And the same thing with this card. I don't think it's going to be as good. This card is pretty solid, I think, for both speed and kick. I think it should be fine. This card is, I think, maybe for kick, but not for Tentacle. I don't think Tentacle is going to have that card as an option. So these, for sure, are all going to be strong. Having this Chigiri UR, Sasagi Corona UR, this Kunigami Shido UR, Satoya Kurasu UR, and this new Kid Reo UR. Those for sure are going to be worth it for those exchanges. So yeah, other than that though, yeah, here's the next releases. Again, these cards were mentioned by name. This UR, Burning Million, Slipping to Buy, and Seaside Egoist, Renatoshi, which obviously is just going to slide into this team, or replacing Ikimiya. And if this came out earlier, I this would for sure be the best team. But again, they're both pretty close, but it's again, Chikaka has the most amount of 4 stars, and it's easier to level up 4 stars. That team is probably going to be the fan favorite. These things come out soon. Ego is not a player; he is an advisor, right? Ego is an advisor, so it's basically a 5th support card, as I've said many times before. And yeah, it looks like all these 4-star players, they give up these gold player tickets. Just like they'll allow you to exchange for advisors. And for advisor wise, Ego, I think he still is one of the best options for intelligence, but on a technicality, right? Same thing with Henri. She's still one of the best options for physical, not for technical, because technical got a brand new one in Sayatoshi, and Sayatoshi got for the best one for technical. Advisors wise, he's still good for speed, right? This guy, he's all around are good. I think he's fine for kick, specifically skills wise, but he's an all rounder, but he's not good for all the stats, which is different from Matoma, who's Matoma actually great and technically is the best option for all stats besides skills wise, but because these guys focus more on each the stat. But yeah, this guy actually overall in the numbers, he should be the best one. And you just yeah. So if you can use your limited tickets, maybe it's worth it, maxing out Matoma right there. And again, we have Sai. I forgot how to be this. Sai is an advisor right there. Then we got EX. Looking at all your EX tickets, I wouldn't go exchanging for even the current EXs or even this borrow EX, right? For sure, try to prioritize either this Tentacle EX, these UR EXs right here. That's why I would do this IQ one and this recent Rin and Isagi one. Either of those will for sure be the strongest. Then again, right now it looks like 3 stars will allow you to exchange for any 4 stars, right? And again, sadly, all the 4 stars really aren't too great. I think some solid options are IQ, Kunigami, and Reo. Same thing with this over here, this Xmas Rin. He's also pretty solid, I believe. These guys actually have a little bit of the new mechanic, this little flow mechanic. So those are probably the best ones: Isagi, Nagi, and Corona. Yeah, I think maybe Yukimiya and Borrow are pretty solid for kick. For sure, not maybe Rin 2. Honestly, he might be. Shido just replaced by himself, so there's that. Kurasu just got her class. Maybe he's alright for speed. He might be alright for speed. Same thing with Yori. I think he's pretty close. But again, it would probably just be these three, maybe possibly one. When that synchronization comes around, I'll do analysis on similar thing of what the best options is for each type, and because obviously if you're able to exchange for the best options, especially if they all cost the same, right? Like if for some reason you know if this Sagi costs the same amount as this older Sagi, right? Like obviously just prioritize exchanging for the newest Sagi, right? The only thing exception is the flow bread for sure. But those might cost more. That would be reasonable, right, for them to cost more. So yeah, there's just that. Again, we still need more details on how much each player will cost and how much tickets and all that stuff. But again, by next week, I think I might put up a video on what the current best thing for JP is. Basically, just so you could look at like what you might be looking forward to exchanging for. So that'll be the end of the video, guys. It's C Square. Peace out.